You know, one thing that I've learned about people, men and women, is that a lot of people lack accountability. I made a video on yesterday talking about absent dads and how single mothers should never have to ask the dad for anything. And I wholeheartedly believe on what I said, and I stand on what I said. And I told people before they start commenting ignorantly to make sure that they watch the whole video. Now, on YouTube, I put the whole video on there and I didn't break it up. On TikTok, I broke it up into two parts because a lot of people have a short attention span and they just like to stroll, especially on TikTok. Now, I want to talk about accountability. What a lot of people lack is accountability. And a lot of men these days lack accountability. And the reason why I want to start with the men is because when God formed Adam and Eve, he formed Adam first. Adam being the head of the household and the head of the marriage. So that's why I want to talk about the men first. You see, when the man lacks accountability, okay, therefore the woman has to step up and she has to go above and beyond the call of duty. Now, I stand on what I said and I meant what I said. And this is a video response to Harold, Donald Harold, I believe his name is on TikTok. Donald Harold, you commented on my page, okay? Yes, you did. You commented on my page. And let me tell you what your comment was. You said, "Are you serious? You're kidding, right?" Well, Donald Harold, is that your name? Well, let me tell you something. No, Donald, I was not kidding. And let me tell you why, Donald. It is because, Donald, I am the mother of 3 children, okay? Let me explain something to you and also to the men who think like Donald. I'm not bitter, okay? Let's get that straight. I'm not bitter. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. Let me explain something to you. This is my calling, right? My calling is not going to look like your calling, okay? I talk about conversations and bring light to things within the black community or things within society that a lot of people are too afraid to discuss because they don't have the BALLS to discuss the things that I talk about on my platform, okay? Your calling might be different from my calling, okay? You probably don't even know what your calling is. However, I'm going to walk in mine, and I'm going to walk in mine with boldness and with authority because I know who I am in God, and I know who God have called me to be. I'm not afraid to say what needs to be said and to stand on what I believe in because guess what? I'm a leader. I'm not a follower, okay? I'm a leader, and that's what leaders do. We don't follow, we lead, okay? Now, to your comment, you said, "Are you kidding? Are you serious?" I am serious, Donald, because let me explain something to you, okay? First of all, I held myself accountable in the beginning and in the end of my video. So I'm not finna keep holding myself accountable, Donald, because I already did that. But let me explain something to you. See, there's a little thing that I do on my TikTok page, and it's called I Got Time Today. Okay, Donald, you caught me on the right day. I'm on my lunch break, and guess what? I got time today. Okay, so let me explain something to you, Donald, and to all the other men or people who want to know, was I kidding? No, I wasn't kidding. You want to know why I wasn't kidding? Because let me explain something to you. Me, being a black woman, raised by a single black mother, okay? Generational curse. Let me explain something to you. I have a 4-year-old, okay? She can't watch herself. I have to work, okay? Because I'm not the type of parent that stay at home and collect the welfare check or collect unemployment or collect child support. No, no, no. That's not what I do. I wasn't raised that way. You see, my mama worked 2 and 3 jobs as a nurse, okay? As a single mother, she did what she had to do to make sure that me and my siblings had everything that we needed and not everything that we wanted, okay? We didn't go with that, okay? So I watched my mama work 2 and 3 jobs. My mama still works 2 jobs to this day, okay? So I got my work ethic from my mama. So let me explain something to you. What a man do and don't do, guess what? It's not going to stop anything. However, it takes 2 to procreate a child. 1 + 1 is 2 all day long, okay? Myself and my child's father, we created a child, okay? I take full responsibility and full ownership for the part that I played in that, okay? Yes, I do. However, that does not negate the fact that this man said that he was going to provide the funds, okay, for our daughter, okay, per week. As a matter of fact, I asked him to send the money every 2 weeks, okay, for the payment, okay? That's what he said. Now, if he was available to watch our child when he was not at work, however, she wouldn't even need to go to daycare, okay? I decided to enroll her in daycare part-time to give her grandmother a break, because that is not the grandmother's child. It's his child and my child. However, if you said that you were going to do something instead of running from accountability and responsibility and ducking and dodging, you should have been a man of your word and provided the money per week that he said that he would provide, okay? That's how that goes. You see, a lot of men, you lack accountability and you lack responsibility, and you dodge and you hide and you run from responsibility. I don't have the privilege to pay or not pay something for my child every week. I don't have the privilege of staying with my mother until I'm 40, because I have 3 dependents who depend on me to keep on the lights and to keep on the water. So as I stated before, and I still stand on, Donald Harold, whatever your name is, sir, okay? I am a grown woman. I'm not staying with my mama until I'm 40. And if you a woman or a man and you stay with your mama and you 40 or almost 40, then that's on you. But that's not for me. That's not the life that I choose to lead, okay? If it's for you, that's for you. Whoop-de-doo for you. Must be nice. However, okay, I like a little more independence. So instead of being a man of his word, okay, I should not have to contact him per week and ask him, hey, are you still going to send such and such, okay? I should not have to take her to wherever I have to take her in the morning time and then pick her up in the evenings. I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to be the one to always make appointments and make doctor's appointments and keep up with them. Because what do he do? Because a little $75 here, a little $75 there, what is that? That is a contribution. That's not parenting. And you see, that's part of the problem now. Okay? So until we get back to this book right here, until we get back to this, everything is going to be out of order. You know why? Because there is no fear of God and there is no belief in this. A lot of people are hypocrites. That's what they are, okay? And everything is out of order because there is no order, okay? God put man over woman. And all of you alpha males out there, y'all love to say, oh, the man is the head and he need to be silent. And the woman needs to be silent. Why am I being silent when I got to reach out and I got to ask you every week or whenever I don't have the money to step up and do what you're supposed to do, what you agreed that you would do? A little conversation, that's all you got to do. Communication, that's another thing that a lot of y'all men lack. Communication. Don't know how to communicate. Instead of you being a man and manning up and saying, hey Sasha, I don't have it this week, can I send it to you such and such? A little communication goes a long way. That's all you had to do, was just say that. But I'm using myself in this scenario because not only is it real, not only am I a life coach and not only am I transparent, but I want my audience to be able to relate to me. Okay, because if I'm feeling this way and if I'm going through this, then I know there's countless of other single black women who are going through the same thing. So again, don't misconstrue my video, because I'm not angry, I'm not depressed, I'm not bitter, I'm not any of that. And no, I don't want my child's father. I don't want him. You know why? Because I don't want someone who says, oh, Cardi B, that's your wife. Whether you was joking or not, is that who you think is a suitable wife? Cardi B, a known, a harlot, I mean, I should say, someone who's pushing off whoredom on the culture for our young girls to look up to. Oh, see, that's what, see, you didn't want, and don't, no, and again, I'm not mad, I'm not bitter. You know why? Because I'm waiting on the man that God has for me. You see, the man that God has for me, he won't refer to Cardi B as his wife, because Cardi B is not a wife. Cardi B is a, you know what, but she's not a wife. That's not a Proverbs 31 wife. That's what I'm aiming to be, a Proverbs 31 wife, not Cardi B. And I don't want a man who think that Cardi B is a wife, because clearly she's not. Someone who says they don't cook and they don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring, that's not a wife. That's not the type of wife that I'm aspiring to be. So no, sir, don't look at this video and think I'm bitter or mad because I want my baby daddy, because let me tell you something, I don't. But you see, there was a point in time when I did, because I do believe in marriage. I honor marriage. I wholeheartedly believe in it. I think that it's a beautiful thing. But guess what? I'm healed and I'm made whole, and the woman that I was then is not the woman that I am today. And so I want a real man, a good man, a God-fearing man, okay? I don't want someone that I have to call and hound and ask for, do you have $75 a week for daycare, or do you have $150 every 2 weeks for our child to go to daycare part-time? That's not a man. That's the baby father. So ladies, before you lay down and have children with a man, make sure that you really know that man. Make sure that you don't overlook red flags, okay? And a lot of y'all fellas, you need to step it up and you need to hold yourself accountable, okay? It's the difference between a man and a male, okay? And a lot of y'all are just grown boys wearing adult clothes. Man up.